Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a monster analysis on the newest and latest light mythic monster, Erder. This monster is available as of the time recording this video in the maze, which means this monster is available for you to play. Hopefully you were able to get this monster in the limited edition pathway, assuming this video is released after that. With that being said, let's get right into the analysis. When the citizens of Plethora dethroned and locked away their crazed King Corruptus, who ended up running away, they were left with no ruler and a big problem. Their neighboring cities knew Plethora was a very rich kingdom, so they took advantage of the city's crisis and they attacked it. The citizens of Plethora sent a distress signal to Warmaster Elvira, head of the Angels. She acknowledged their fairness and sent them what they needed, a protector. It landed on the grounds of Plethora in the shape of a gigantic amber statue, and as the citizens gathered around it, moved gloriously, it looked at them from above and said, "My name is Erder. I am here to save you." And so this is how we got this monster. Based on the Monster Legends lore, I would say this monster would be a tank. A contender to Armor Claw? Let's see. Oh look, I was right. He's a thunder tank. Oh my goodness. Did I say light earlier? Sorry, he is a thunder monster. He's a thunder monster. I kind of confused me with the whole Elvira thing. So he is a thunder monster. I'm going to repeat that again. Thunder monster who can apply shields to herself. Oh, I also thought it was a guy. I am so confused now. Erder is a thunder tank who can apply shields to herself or her team while getting extra turns or buff herself with double damage and damage mirrors. She is a contender to Armor Claw. She can also torture enemies with shock and bleed. She has an evolving trait at rank 0. She has taunt. No, how could they release another taunt monster? At rank 1 she adds harden 2, and at rank 3 she gains damage protection. Okay, as far as tanks go, I gotta say I love the fact that it is damage protection because she's gonna receive 50% less damage, whereas Armor Claw has stun immunity, which technically right now is super useful because mythic monsters versus mythic monsters, you know, Cat UFO, you can counter, you don't get stunned by that. But then both monsters have the hardened trait, so forgive me, but this analysis is going to be a lot of comparison to Armor Claw since they are both tanks and they are both tanks in the mythic world. So this is cool. This is super cool. So life stat. Let's jump right into the analysis. Life stat 61,828. This is actually the second highest life stat. Armor Claw still has the highest life stat at 62,734. So to be honest, it's not that big of a difference. Power. This monster has a power of 5,775. This is actually the fourth highest power stat in the game. Currently, the mythic monster with the highest power stat is Aromel, and then it's followed by Cyberel, and then it's followed by Rara. So we have ourselves the fourth strongest mythic monster. And as for speed stat, this is actually the second slowest monster. The only monster that is slower than this monster, you want to take a guess? It is the tankiest monster, Armor Claw. So Armor Claw has the highest life, but the lowest speed. This monster has the second highest life and is the second slowest. So 4609 speed stat. And then let's see what this monster has to offer in terms of, well, we already went over it. Taunt, hardened, and damage protection at rank 3. Relics, this monster can hold a shield and an armor relic, which I mean just adds to the tankiness, right? Shields you can add so much, armor you can add so much. In terms of book, this monster is in the female, the dragon, and the good legions book. Alright, and now let's talk about her actual skills. So tier 1 we have Judgment, deals moderate thunder damage to all enemies, applies shock to all enemies, 35 damage to turn cooldown, 50 stamina cost. The cool thing about this skill is the shock. Shock prevents extra turns, so considering she is a thunder monster and technically she still has to deal with the likes of Voltix and Xylas, and just any other extra turn monster in general, any monster that has a turn transfer skill, it is nice that at the very least she can shock them, and if shock lands, that prevents them from utilizing their extra turns. We have Holy Aura, which applies a 50% life shield to itself, and it also absorbs 50% of the damage received, which is very nice. The one thing I need to verify with this is, let's say you were to take 100,000 damage, okay? And you have the damage protection, you would only take 50k. So I want to make sure that when you have a life shield, you still take 50k and not 100k. I hope that makes sense. If anyone can verify in the comments below if you understood what I meant. So assuming you have a life shield and you take 50% less damage, does your shield absorb 50% less damage as well, or does your shield still absorb all of it? So basically, with the shield, are you going to lose 50k or are you going to lose 100k of the shield? So if anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. Moving on, we have tier 2 Beast Slayer. blocks all damage except special elements to itself, gives 1 extra turn to itself. Very nice. So obviously, because this monster has taunt, one of the skills you have to absolutely run is Beast Slayer. You want to start off with this skill. You automatically protect yourself from everything except the special element. And then what happens if you have this monster combined with Remntar? What is going to happen in that case? Remntar, for those of you who don't know, is the Metal Warmaster, and we have Remntar in your team. The whole team, aside from having Skill Mirror, does not take any damage from special-based attacks. So if you have Remntar and then you do Beast Slayer with this monster, guess what? Literally, this is an amazing combo. Well, first of all, because you have Skill Mirror and you do Beast Slayer, you're going to give yourself an extra turn twice. One for this Beast Slayer skill itself, and then you redo it thanks to the Skill Mirror, so you give yourself 2 extra turns. And then you block all damage except the special element. Well, that protects you because you take no damage from... You only take damage from special-based attacks, but thanks to Remntar, he prevents you to take damage from special-based attacks. So you have full protection from element or special attacks. That's awesome. I guess only physical attacks would be able to hurt you, but those are like the default skills of legendary monsters. Wow, that's awesome. Mounts goes first, deals heavy physical damage. Oh look, we have a physical attack. And I like that they introduced a physical attack. So yeah, we have special attacks, we have elemental attacks, and then we have physical attacks. And you rarely see physical because this literally goes back to like the very first skills that monster gets. Like if you go look at your Pandakin, go look at your Fire Czar, they have a physical attack. Anyhow, deals heavy physical damage to one enemy, applies bleed to one enemy, applies a 25% life shield to itself. Nice, this monster is also gearing up to be a very deadly attacker. The fact that you can dish out 50 damage in physical damage and apply bleed, which by the way also reduces damage output for the enemy monster, and then you also give yourself some sort of protection in the form of a 25% life shield on a super tanky monster, that is awesome. We have Lance Thrust, deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies bleed to all enemies. We have a 40 damage special based AoE bleed skill, very nice. And last but not least, we have Retribution, which applies double damage to itself, applies damage mirrors to itself, requires cooldown. I am not a big fan of this skill. It has a 2-turn cooldown, 50 stamina cost. I love the damage mirror, obviously, right? It's a setup, not the damage mirror. I love the double damage. It is a setup skill. The reason I don't like double damage though with damage mirror is because damage mirror literally reflects whatever damage you absorb. So if you absorb 100k damage, you dish out 100k damage. So that double damage, it really doesn't do anything for you. It's not like skill mirror. Like Armor Claw has skill mirror 50%. Wait, no, Armor Claw has skill mirror and then a damage boost. So the cool thing about skill mirror is that Armor Claw benefits from whatever strength runes he has and that damage boost he gives himself. So that's awesome. Whereas this, you only reflect the damage output. Now, what I will say is if we ignore the double damage, the fact that this monster can damage mirror herself, and if you run her as a tank, you give her like 2 life runes, and then the fact that she can do the shields and everything, and then damage mirror, she can take a lot of damage, and then she can shield up. And then when you don't want to take damage, you can Beast Slayer to protect yourself. So that is kind of cool. There's different ways to run her. I'm definitely seeing her kind of how Armor Claw is being ran, mostly as an attacker, but I can definitely see her put on that supportive tank role. I can see her being ran with 2 strength and a speed. I can see her run with the rainbow build, life, speed, and strength. There's so many different possibilities. And even if you look at my level 100 Armor Claw and I made him work, definitely possibilities. I am really seeing so much synergy with Remntar and her. I can't wait to test out that team combo. Like seriously, what do you do if she has taunt and then she's absorbing all the single attacks and they're dealing no damage to her? Like that's awesome. I wish she would have team skills, like team shields. That would be super nice. I thought I read that she would have team no. Yeah, she's a thunder tank who can apply shields to herself or to her team. Where is the team skill? Moderate thunder damage, shock, 50% life to itself, blocks all damage except special, 1 extra turn, deals heavy physical, moderate special, applies double damage, applies pierce to ultimate, applies pierce to itself, deals heavy thunder damage to enemies, applies total damage reduction. There is no shield, it says right here. Or her team. Where is the shield to her team? Yeah, if she could give her team a shield, that would be fantastic. I'm definitely loving the synergy with her and Remntar. And I gotta say, after reviewing this monster and recently reviewing Rara, I am liking the Mythic monsters more and more because they're starting to get a little more creative with their skills. It's no longer like just straightforward. It's a little more like, here, let's throw in an extra turn. Here, let's throw in a physical attack. Here, let's throw in a shield and a damage. Like, I'm liking these monsters more. So, yeah, going over Stay Safe again. Pierce is awesome. Pierce basically penetrates positive effects. Doesn't matter if the enemy monster has evasion, damage, mirror, skill mirror. None of that will reflect back at you. You'll go through the evasion. That's awesome. Heavy 30 damage to all enemies. Pierce also goes through taunt and mega taunt. So even if there's a mega taunt monster, you'll still attack everyone. Anyone who survives gets a total damage reduction. And your whole team gets life regen. Fantastic ultimate. Stay safe, everyone. Perfect given the timing of what's going on. So with that being said, I really like this monster. I am looking forward to this monster. And it's funny how normally in the old meta of Monster Legends, like old OG meta, deniers rule the game. Control monsters, right? And it's funny how with the mythic monsters, we have deniers already. We have Cat UFO, who relies on AoE stun. We have Van Decken, who relies on possession. And we have, what's his name? We have Abysmus, who relies on freeze. So we already have our standard control, our stun, our freeze, and our possession. And to be honest, they're not as good, in my personal opinion, as the tank mechanic right now, so the Armor Claw. And I think this monster, I think they're gonna kind of dominate the meta right now because they have so much great synergy with dodge area monsters and resurrection monsters. So I'm liking this right now. I'm liking this a lot. So anyhow, this has been my analysis on Erder. Now let me know what you guys think about this monster in the comments below. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next time.